Dawson Forest is a wildlife management area located in Dawsonville, Georgia. This popular place to hunt, fish, camp, and ride horses is regulated and maintained by the Department of Natural Resources and is owned by the City of Atlanta. To most people, Dawson Forest may sound like just a regular national forest, but to the natives of Dawson and its surrounding counties, this area is plagued with rumors of a secretive, mysterious past. Anyone who visits Dawson Forest will soon notice a few things that seem a little out of the ordinary for a national forest. The area is littered with what appear to be ruins of an old building complex. In the parking lot, there are concrete platforms everywhere. Along the road, there is a small, partially buried concrete building. There is an onshore, oddly built structure on the bank of the Etowah River. And what in the world is this creepy building doing in the middle of the woods? If you ask the locals, there's no telling what you will hear about Dawson Forest's past.
Do you live in Dawsonville?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived in Dawsonville?
All my life.
What do you know about Dawson Forest?
Back in, I believe, the 60s and 70s, it was a nuclear plant for building a plane. The government could not get it working, so they filled it up and sealed it off.
Do you know any crazy stories?
The only one I've heard of is a two-headed buck, which I've seen the picture.
You've seen the picture?
If you've heard that Dawson Forest used to be the home of a secretive government nuclear laboratory, then you've heard right. The Georgia Nuclear Aircraft Laboratory was established in the late 50s to house research efforts to construct a nuclear propulsion system for aircrafts. A nuclear-powered aircraft would have the capabilities of staying in the air for weeks at a time. This would have been very valuable to the United States during the Cold War. After the nuclear propulsion system was deemed a failure, the laboratory transitioned to being the home of environmental radiation testing for the government. Today, parts of Dawson Forest are still slightly radioactive. However, it is not enough radiation to cause harm to people that come to visit. But to maintain safety, radiation monitors have been placed around the area. So what are all of these structures in the forest that still exist today? This partially buried concrete structure is a stairwell leading to the underground portion of the facility. According to records, it leads 5 stories underground. This is where the actual nuclear reactor was housed. When it was being used, it was suspended above this platform from cables, and when not in use, it was lowered into a concrete storage pool. The most prominent building that still exists today would be the hot cell building, used to examine, study, and store irradiated materials when the Georgia Nuclear Aircraft Laboratory was still operational. It was not destroyed due to the cost and labor of demolishing a 5-story building comprised of 48-inch thick concrete and steel walls. Instead, all doors and windows have been bricked off and welded shut with steel doors. Also, 2 inner barbed wire fences and 1 outer chain link and barbed wire fence have been installed to keep curious people and animals out of the area. That's just above ground. For many years, local residents have been curious about the underground portion of the Georgia Nuclear Aircraft Laboratory. What you are seeing now is the tunnel entrance to the underground lab. This tunnel has been barricaded with dirt to keep people out of it, but over the years many people have dug their way in to get down to the lab. A local urban explorer agreed to take us down and show us the remains of the underground laboratory. Kick around a lot.
God.
How you feeling, dude?
Well, my face is pretty much touching the ceiling right now.
I don't like that. Today, the lab is completely flooded. Since it lies partially below the natural water table, pumps were required to keep the lab dry when it was operational. When the lab was decommissioned in 1971, power to the pumps was shut off and the bottom 4 levels were completely flooded. Now, only the top level is accessible, and since the radiation levels of the water is unknown, we were advised to stay out of it as much as possible.
So quiet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look at that. This old alarm. Some switches. It's got a trap door on it. Oh, dude. I can see down there. Decently. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, look, there's like a catwalk in there.
Yeah,
To walk.
it's General Electrics or something.
Oh, yeah.
Paint roller.
General Electric.
Yeah, something massive in there.
Definitely there's wires still in there. Ooh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Alright, we're turned around. Heading back towards the exit. Well, we went as deep as we could go. Safely. When we start seeing deflated rafts and smelling weird smells, I don't feel like going any further.
No.
Because I'm not sure what a decomposing body smells like. But I don't want to find out. So there it is. Dawson Forest, the old home of a secret government nuclear laboratory. But today, it's just a place to go and enjoy the outdoors.